Hey everybody, welcome back to Over 40 Travel, and in this episode entitled Now We're Flying, we're going to dive deeper into your international flight choices. We're going to look at the options available to you, both domestic and international, and we're going to look at the different flight classes, first class, business class, and economy class, and the new one, premium economy class, which is a favorite of ours. We're not going to actually buy any tickets today, we're just going to look at the different flight options, the timing. Obviously, for our example, we're going to look at the Amalfi Coast, but please enter your home city and where you're flying to. In the last episode, we had you open up your laptop and start your research by just going to your favorite browser and typing in, how do I get from Phoenix to the Amalfi Coast? Or, how do you get from where you live to where you want to go? We also had you look at different browsers. It's going to be the same information, but it's going to be in a different order, and we thought you should look at that too. Now, all this information gathering leads us to your travel experience. Yep. Travel experience is really what planning a good vacation is all about. Whether you're going to the Amalfi Coast or Siberia, it's all about the travel experience. It's more than just getting to your final destination or getting from point A to point B. It's how you arrive. Are you rested? Are you tired? Do you take the first class lie-down seat, or do you cram yourself in the coach to save some money? Do you take that first class bullet train with butler service, or do you just ride in coach? Do you grab an Uber, or do you grab a private car? Even what bus you take across the Swiss Alps. So I think of travel experience like this. Any car will get you to the supermarket, right? They'll both get you from point A to point B, but I'm guessing you're going to have a different travel experience in the Lamborghini than in, well, whatever that is. If it's comfortable, luxurious, or convenient, it's going to cost you more money. So let's see how this travel experience applies when we look at flights. We're going to start with our domestic airlines, United, American Airlines, and Delta Airlines. All three offer coach, business, and first class. There's also a number of international airlines you might not have heard of. We're going to look at those too. But right now, we're going to look at business class and first class. You're probably going to notice when you go online that everyone calls their business and first class different things. United calls theirs Polaris class. And with Delta Airlines, they call theirs Delta One. And American goes with flagship first or flagship business. All three domestic carriers offer the same business and first class features. Lie flat beds, which are the most comfortable, premium food and drink served throughout the trip, pre and post boarding lounge experience, which is very nice, we'll talk about that later, and dedicated check-in and fast track through security, which saves you a ton of time if you're running late. And a new product called Premium Economy. This travel class is between business class and coach, somewhere in between. Now, you have to look very closely at the amenities you get. All three airlines offer a different product, and we'll help you sort through those too because we're a real fan of Premium Economy. American Airlines believes in the Premium Economy class so much, they're investing in new seating for Premium Economy, and it looks pretty nice. So what you're going to notice in Premium Economy class is you get a little bit more room than coach, usually about 3 or 4 inches. You only recline, you don't get lie flat beds. You do get upgraded food service and some drinks, no lounge experience, and sometimes you get dedicated check-in. So those are the most obvious differences between first class, business class, and premium economy. So let's price these out now. Why don't you follow along as we look at our first flight from Phoenix to Rome. We could also fly into Naples, but I think Rome's going to be the least expensive of our options. We're going to pick our date, and these dates may change throughout the planning process, but right now we're going right before high season, which is going to be May. So we're looking at May 21st through May 31st, just before June. We're going to focus on non-stop flights, and I see we don't have any directly from Phoenix. Your flights may vary, but I'm looking at a 14-hour total flight time. That is not a good travel experience. Let's see what Delta offers. We're going to put in the same information from Phoenix Airport to Rome. And we're typing in our dates, and we're also going to see if they have any direct flights from Phoenix to Rome. And it looks like the same as United, long travel times of 16 hours, 15 hours, and that's a long flight, so that's not a good travel experience either. Those long travel times do include layovers, so we'll dig into that. So just a quick look online, we can see our travel experience findings from flights from Phoenix to Rome. No direct flights, so we're looking at a layover. So a layover can be a good or bad travel experience. We've done both, and we'll talk about those a little bit later as well. But if you live on the West Coast or the East Coast, you're fine. You can get direct flights out of there. But if you live in the Midwest, you're gonna probably have a layover. So for us, since we're coming from Phoenix, we're gonna fly into New York. We'll talk about the Phoenix to New York flight later since there's so many options. For right now though, let's look at direct flights from New York to Rome. So let's price these out. We're gonna start with United Airlines, and we're gonna look at the business and first class offerings. We've got non-stop. Looks like we're leaving from Liberty, Newark, Liberty Airport. And just looking at some details here. 8 hours, 15 minutes, which is about your average time from the East Coast to Europe. To Rome, that is. And we're gonna look at premium economy and business class. So right now we're gonna price it out. And business class is coming in at a whopping $10,600. All right, let's see what Delta's got. Looks like they've got 2 non-stops. A little bit of a price difference here. It's like the 440 is a little bit cheaper, so we'll just click on that one. And the return flight looks like they're all the same price, so you just click on any one there. That's quite common. And they're at 10,300. Yeah, okay. Well, let's enter American Airlines. Let's see what they've got. And we'll look at non-stops again, all leaving about the same time here, about 5 in the evening. And we are flying out from JFK. And we're looking at their flagship business and their flagship business plus, which is really their first class, I think. I'm not sure on that. It's like a $500 price difference, so we'll have to we'll look at that in more detail here. But for right now, let's just get their business price. And the return, look at that, the return flight, interesting, in business is just $100 off from what I think is their first class. So that's an option. But for right now, their strict business class is coming in at, it's about $8,300. So still not cheap, but let's go back here and look at the option of flying business to Rome and then possibly business plus or first class on the way home. That would be a nice surprise. Americans coming in at 8,300. The rest are coming in at over 10. So our session 2 results looks like we have direct flights, we have premium service. Americans coming in at 8,300. The rest are coming in at over 10. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money right there. That's gonna empty out the bank account. That's pretty much my whole budget for my trip. So we're gonna have to do something else. What you don't want to do is blow up your trip. Don't blow up the entire trip right now. Don't get depressed. We have to look at premium economy, which is a new class that we like where you get wider seats. You only get to recline, but still you save a lot of money normally. So let's take a look at that. And we'll start with United again, premium economy, same dates, and non-stop, same flight, leaving at 5:30 out of Newark. Okay, select premium economy. Well, look at this. This is odd. Premium economy to Rome is more expensive than business class. That's weird. That's very uncommon. Not quite sure what's going on there. Let's see the return flights. The return place. Wow. Okay. That's weird. I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll have to look at that in more detail, but right now they're coming in at $9,800 for premium economy. That's high. All right, let's look at Delta's offering. They are always very competitive, and we're gonna select Delta. They have multiple names. Delta Comfort. I think that's the right one here. Others is Delta Select, so we'll just pull that up. There it is, Premium Select. And that looks about right. Almost half the cost of business. That's more like it. That's more standard pricing than I'm used to here. And we'll look at the return flights. Select Delta Premium Select. And same prices on the nonstop flights, so we'll just pick anyone here for right now. Not really gonna get locked in on our flight times right now. And let's see, Delta Premium Select. Oh, that's a nice feature. So Delta has now added information on each seating class. So from right here, before you choose anything or finalize anything, you can see exactly what you're getting. So for their Premium Select, which is their premium economy class, you can see all the benefits. So that's really nice. I can see I have Sky Priority Check-in, which means you have a special check-in line, and you have security access. It's like fast track security access, so you get through security faster. You get 2 check bags, which you should never take 2 check bags to Europe. It's a lot of baggage. We'll talk about that later. It gives you the food selections. Shows you the connectivity on the seats, mostly the power. And even the plane. And it's on time schedule. That's nice. That's a nice feature to help you compare airlines, because each airline is going to be a little bit different in what they offer. So we're looking about $5,100 for premium economy for 2 people. And let's go check American's offer. Okay, so let's look at American Airlines and see what they come in at. We're looking at their premium economy class. Same thing, flying out of New York. Which looks like JFK. Well, it's a little bit cheaper on Monday. I'll have to remember that if we go with American, just slightly cheaper. And non-stop, premium economy. And now let's look at our return flight. And we're at $2,900 for the return flight, but look at that. Business class again, just a little bit more to fly home on a live flat bed. So, and just a little bit more for first too. So we'll have to look at that in a little more detail here. That might be an option. Again, it's always nice to surprise your partner with an upgrade that they don't know about. Let's see. Let's just take a few moments here and look at these upgrades. Make sure we're comparing apples to apples. So, okay, there's our original cost. And now if we upgrade to flagship business, that should only be a few $100s each. So that would definitely be worth it. Because with that, you get lounge access, you get upgraded food choices, drink choices. Yeah, that's well worth it, I think. So when you're checking these flights, occasionally you'll see things like this pop up. Now, they might not be available when you finally do your booking, but this is pretty interesting right now. I'm not sure what's going on, especially with United and their pricing, making premium economies more expensive than business. And this is, we're doing this video in August. So they might be transferring planes, moving planes around the different type of planes, which would give you different service. I'm not quite sure on that, but since we're not buying our tickets right now, it's okay. We're just looking, trying to get some pricing for our budget and our itinerary. So yeah, that's well worth it, I think. So when you're checking these flights, occasionally you'll see things like this pop up. But I think what we're really seeing here is, since we're doing this in August, it's the end of the summer season and the airlines are adjusting for the September, October, which is really dead until we hit the holiday season. So that's what we're seeing here. Okay, 6,100. So yeah, that would be a definite upgrade that I would take advantage of. Still, it's a lot of money, but you fly out on premium economy and then you come back home when you're a little bit sad, a little bit depressed. You fly back home in business class, lie flat bed. So that would be a nice surprise. I would book that and not tell the wife. Give her a little surprise on the way home. And if you really came into some extra money, looks like for another $100 each, you get what they call Business Plus, Flagship Business Plus, which I'm not exactly sure what you get for that. Not sure what else you're getting. Oh, 3 free check bags. You definitely don't ever want to take 3 bags on a trip. When you see something like this, yeah, just take notes and then come back to it and see if it's worth it. Right now, I would definitely pay to upgrade for the Flagship Business. I don't know if the Flagship Business Plus is worth it. So at the end of session 3 here, between first class, business class, and premium economy, you can see the price difference. So right now, the domestic carriers are looking at $8,300 to $10,000 for first, and $51,000 to $92,000, which is a bit odd, for premium economy. The cost of your international flight is going to be a large portion of your budget, but that's a lot. That's a lot. So we're going to keep researching flights, and we have a lot of options, and we have different ways to pay for your flights too. We have to talk about miles, we have to talk about travel cards, all the tips and tricks you need to make your trip more affordable and fit within your budget. Alright, don't give up hope just yet. You don't have to be Mr. Moneybags to afford these trips. We certainly aren't rich. In our next episode, we're going to talk about some things that make your trip more affordable. One of our favorite things to look at is international airlines. International airlines such as Virgin Airlines, based out of England, Emirates, based out of Dubai, Condor, based out of Germany, and Norse Airline, based out of Norway. So if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe, take a look at our earlier episodes, and we'll see you next time on Over 40 Travel.